世を映し切らする闇も日は三時天をつかずやもろともにして
And as a memento of our haiku, we get a headband or otherwise other piece of equipment that we could wear that commemorates this occasion. So for this one, there are a couple of different things that we can wear, such as the white headband or the Hero Tsushima helmet, which I think you get because of the deluxe edition. So we'll probably end up wearing that. And while we're here, let's go ahead and just switch out of the broken armor because right now it's damaged beyond repair. But with the Hero Tsushima armor, we get a major increase to health and reduces all damage by a moderate amount. So we'll hold on to that for the time being, and that charm will stay on there, but we can also put it on this one. So it just sticks with whatever it has. So we'll go that, and we'll probably just go ahead and wear this helmet also. And as for our mask, we have the Hero Tsushima mask, so we will also be wearing that. And I do have it in the options set so that our masks do appear in cutscenes because I'm not going to lie, the facial animations are extremely wooden and static. There's not a lot of emotion that goes on, so we won't worry about that for the time being, but there we go. It's very nice. Let's go and ride on old Nobu and find Yuna south of Kechi Fishing Village. There's probably going to be a couple of things along the way, but for the most part, we'll just try to make our way straight there because the more abilities and new weapons we're able to unlock, the more comfortable I'll be sort of exploring out in the world. And being able to pick up some traveling attire would be nice as well so that we can fill out some of this space. So just kind of like in God of War, if you go and swipe up, you can get an indication of where to go. In that game, it would bring up my HUD since I had it set up that way. It was a fun time. I do like the small inclusion of that. But Traveler's Rest Inn is under Mongol territory, so we'll probably have to murder someone. Hey, excuse me, fellas. Let's go and fight. Here we go. You with the shield. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, so you saw how that tree was kind of going in and out of focus in the middle of the frame. That happens a lot, so that's one of the reasons why I sort of stay away from doing a lot of those standoffs because ooh, this oh jeez, I'm out, man. Oh, okay, yeah, this guy is rough. All right, well, let's do some of that. Here we go. Oop, yeah. So once we take care of everyone here, I think Yuna does show up somewhere. We've got some supplies on these guys. Gotta love that there's like fireflies surrounding their bodies. And I hear death. Death approaches. Okay, so we don't have focused hearing yet, so we can't find enemies, but I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion these guys are just screaming at something. Ooh, iron. Okay, so there are a lot of materials and supplies that we're going to be picking up. Iron's pretty good, but we also need those in order to craft new upgrades for our armor and our weapons. So, there we go. And eventually, a man of the hour is going to come. There he is. Gold armor. You want to be really careful for that. Oh, come on. Jeez, I'm just going to get out of here. That horse got in my way. Yeah, the spear guy in the middle of all of this stuff is not going to be how I want to take care of that. So, thank you. Nice. All right. This guy. So, he has a ton of health, and he will just... There we go. Allow us to unlock future stances, so be on the lookout for them, and we will be observing as many of these guys as we can. So, water stance will help us take out lovely amounts of shield people, and it just looks cool, so. Ooh, here we go. Nice. And there we go. So we are going to want to earn points, too, to put into our abilities. So we're going to take just a minute here and we're going to loot the hell out of this inn. Because a lot of times, these buildings will have really good supplies for us, especially early on. And there's a charm that we'll be able to pick up very soon that I think I want to grab basically after we get a lot of our equipment. And it allows us to double the amount of things that we pick up. So that's really nice early on. We'll be ditching it obviously later, but That's nice. So down here, there is a chest. I will grab it. And let's see what's inside. Some more good stuff, I would hope. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good amount of supplies. Some iron as well. And it doesn't really matter, but it's kind of funny. You can just bust through these doors. You don't need to open them. Yeah. Give me more of that iron. We're gonna need a lot of that. Gold, which you'll be able to get by completing side quests and things like that. And also, wind chimes. Those are fun. Okay, so now that everyone here has more or less been cleared, let's see if we can find Yuna. I do believe she is just a bit down the road. That sounded pretty close. Alright. Well, we will follow the wind, and we'll see what happens here. There you go. So just, the horses will generally just come out of nowhere, so don't worry about it. You are down here. And it turns out, she already did all the heavy lifting.
Jin, 待ってたよ。
一人で倒したのか。
来るなら早く来て。危うく死ぬところだったよ。猛虎が捕虜を連れて川上に向かったらしい。鍛冶屋を見たって人もいる。
弟か。
もしかしたらね、金田の入り江の近くに野営があるって聞いた。
場所ならわかる。
力を貸してくれる人は見つかった？
いや、まだ探しておる。
じきに誰か見つかるさ。後でタカも手伝ってくれるよ。ああ、もうすぐあの子に会えるんだね。
お主はいい姉だ。
そんなことない。
弟は何というかな。
あんたにも兄弟はいるの？
俺の身内は叔父上だけだ。
助けた後はどうするの？
休みたい。叔父上がいらっしゃれば島は救われるからな。
そればっかりだね。
勝てるはずのない戦を制してきたお方だぞ。お主は弟を助けた後どうする？
実は考えてる暇はなかった。傷はどう？もう痛まない？
ほぼ治った。お主の手当てのおかげだ。
あんた心の内は明かさない男だね。
そう見えるかもな。武士ならば感情を御せと叔父上に言われた。幼い頃から受けてきた教えだ。
なんだか生きづらそうだ。
それがものの札。この先に川を見渡せる場所がある。
そこからなら野営がよく見えそうだ。あれが野営？入れそうにないな。
数日でしつらえたものならばどこかに隙間がある。探すぞ。
タカを助けなきゃ。敵に騒がれずに。
何か手があるはずだ。奥の守りは硬そうだ。あの岩は登れそうだ。
足場が緩いと崩れる。気づかれるよ。
正面の壁は出来上がっておらぬな。
隙間があるかも。正面の壁に隙間がありゃ中に忍び込める。
そして猛虎を全て切り伏せる。
もし手違いがあれば捕虜が殺されるよ。何度も見てきたんだ。忍び込むしか手はないからね。
まるで野党だ。
不満でもあるのかい？
この島はかつて賊がのさばっていた。しかし武士が乱を鎮め正義をもたらしたのだ。我らは誉れと共に生き、誉れのために身を捨てる。かつて我が父も平和のために命を捨てた。
私だって同じだよ。だけど今はやらなくっちゃ。
叔父上の教えに背くわけにはいかん。
今は目をつぶって家族を助けたいんだ。あんただってそうじゃないの？
近くに寄ってみよう。様子を探りたい。
それじゃあ暗くなるまで待とう。
行くぞ。
タカは苦労してるんだ。猛虎が来る前から。
守ってやったのだな。
兄弟だからね。タカは盗みを嫌ったけど、飢えて死ぬよりはマシだ。やるしかなかった。
俺も武士になるほかなかった。だが教えに背くのはやはり
猛虎に殺されてた方が幸せだった。恨みを晴らしたいんだろ。なんだってやらなきゃ。
通るぞ。蹴取られれば捕虜が殺される。
じゃあ音を立てずに喉をかっ切るしかないね。
お前はどう見る？
足を怪我しています。矢が当たりましたね。
手負いの熊は死に物狂いだ。抜かるでないぞ。
わかりました。
後を追うぞ。
この地に熊が出るなんて。
そうだな。戦火の槍川から逃げてきたのだろう。
謀反者のせいです。罰として熊の餌にしてやりましょう。
卑しきことを申すでない。
ここで倒れましたね。虫の息です。
ああ、すぐ近くにおるな。気を抜くなよ。
分かってます。とどめは私に刺させてください。
お前が感情を御せるのであれば、その時は考えてやろう。
いました。
夜な、生きておるやもしれん。この焼き傷では死なぬはず。
見てください。この傷の跡は矢ではありません。
四角？槍川だな。
卑怯者！地頭様の背を狙うと。
酒井、怒りを抑えろ。人殺しになりたいか、こやつのように。我らは武士だ。
ですがお重よ、罪人はその命をもって償わせねば。
目をそらすな。怒りや恐れで人を殺めてはならん。誉れを胸に切れ。敵を前にして背を向けてはならぬ。命を奪う時も相手を見据えろ。情けと覚悟を持て。それが侍の姿だ。虚に乗ずるは臆病の印。
ジン、どうした？
タカを探そう。見つかるわけにはいかん。
五感を研ぎ澄まして頭の中まで野党になるんだ。
Well, here we go. The conflict. So, we can now challenge foes to a standoff, thus honoring our, family-sanctioned murder, or we could do it the thief way, which is honestly probably one of the better ways to do it. But with focus steering, we can basically see enemies, and it's really not that bad. So we're gonna sneak up as fast as we can, and we kill. And eventually, as we level up our weapons, we will be able to assassinate faster and, I guess, more quietly. This guy is a little bit of trouble, so we're going to take him out now with his dual blades. And now we've got maybe 3 or 4 more guys out patrolling, including those 2. So there's usually, yeah, a guy way over there. And what we can do is between their camps, we can go over and under and basically play a little bit like a classic Assassin's Creed game, if I had to make a direct sort of comparison. But there we go. Assassination is really good if you're really low on resolve, because as you can see, just the sheer murder of it is good for bringing that up. You can go collect whatever's in the box, which is usually good. 25 supplies, that is plenty for me. And there is your friend walked off. He might be looking at a guard, so let's just take him out before we have a chance to get caught. We can always do some looting afterwards. So there we go. Oof. Okay. And then this way. So while you're hiding in the pampas grass, you are completely invisible to the enemy. But if you get out to assassinate someone, you will get seen unless you have a very specific charm equipped. Now, in our first gate, or I guess cell, we can hold this to open it and, no. Yuna?
あれを違うタカじゃないそうか
Good. Alright, and there should be one more up there. There's a pretty clear hierarchy in terms of these camps. The deeper in you go, the more likely you are to find better things inside the camps, including the leaders. So you'll see like a bunch of small ones like this, but we have supplies. We have kunai over here, which are personally my favorite ghost weapons, and will probably be the first one we end up upgrading for. And all of this stuff, oof, good, good, good. Just gonna go R2 crazy. Just be careful not to accidentally sneak under, because you will have a tendency to do that if you just keep going. Okay, so when we kill this one, he's hanging out in there. Alright. Yeah, we're fine. We're good. Can't wait to upgrade that so that it's not so slow. But there we go. Nice and clean. Oof. Okay, so a katana upgrade is available. It's probably because we have enough supplies, but on top of that, we also need a lot of iron. And this also will upgrade, I believe it's called a tanto, something like that, and that'll kill your assassinations a little bit faster. So let's grab all this stuff. And Mongol artifacts are pretty important. You don't need them all, but I believe if you collect maybe 20 of them, as well as records, you get a trophy. So let's go and get the goods. Get the goods. And let's see if this last cell has exactly who we're looking for. Oh no, there's this guy here. Oof. Alright. Our job here is done. Let's set him free. Very slowly.
O主は菅笠衆か。
かつてはな。あそこも飯に困ってきたから抜けてきたんだ。
志村殿が捕まり、お助けするにも人手が足りぬ。手伝ってくれ。
無理だ。だが菅笠衆に聞いてみろ。筒の氷で猛虎を襲ってるって聞いた。岸平原の近くの海岸だ。
こっち弟を探してるタカという刀鍛冶。
お前はない。だが多くが他へ移された。
捕虜が移されたって言ったね。どこだ。
麻も浦がどうとかって。そういえば鍛冶屋の男を見た。若くてヒゲの生えた槍川の出だったはずだ。
嘘じゃないだろうね。
鍛冶屋が見つかるといいな。
タカが麻も浦で生きてる。
壁で囲まれた村か。 策もなく乗り込めば返り討ちに遭うだろ
友人が手を貸してくれるかもしれない。
う。よかろう。まずはタカを救い、それから叔父上だ。
ジン、タカならどんな道具だってすぐに作ってくれる。でもその後二人で島を出たい。
もうこのことならば案ずるな。叔父上が止めてくださる。とどまり故郷のため戦え。
故郷は私とタカがいるところさ。友人はアザモの氷にいる。ツツとの境だ。
そこで落ち合おう。
楽じゃなかっただろう。教えに背くこと。
なすべきをなしたまで。
そっか。
志村、お主に労は似合わん。たむかわぬよう民に言い聞かせろ。さすれば縄を解いてやる。
己のざれ言は聞かん。殺せ。
全てを失ったつもりのようだが、おいはまだ生きておるぞ。
ジン、
我が勢が道を塞ぎ、村々の近くには野営を敷いた。全てを掌握している。おいもじき見つかろう。
堺は一生懸命に戦うはずだ。わしもな。
大事か。対馬の民はどうだ。お主は父も同然。我が子を見捨てるのはつらかろう。
己のしもべにはさせんぞ。
So, we have earned 2 technique points for the completion of that one mission, which means we now have a bevy of things to help us. So, deflection, evasion, eventually we will be collecting every single one of these. But at the time, I would say rolling is pretty important. So we might as well just get one of both unless something here is good. Perfect parries recover a small amount of health. Or parry unblockable attacks from Mongol swords. That would be nice. I have a feeling I will try to do that without the necessary points. But let's go grab the evasion, because rolling is definitely something I wanted to do in that first fight on that brute. Dodging slash is good. Sprinting strike is also very good. We should get that sooner rather than later. But for now, let's try this one. That sounds good. Also, we can get some stuff for exploration. Now, this isn't incredibly useful. These will be the last things that I end up collecting, but these will lead us towards upgrades, as well as vanity weapons, which will change the way that, you know, your weapons look. Now, fox dens, extremely important. Cannot understate enough how good your charm of Inari's might is going to be at the end of the game. But amongst other things, I think for now we're going to call it there. I'm going to put a hard stop to this recording and make sure everything went through and it looks fine, because this game is very dark, both as far as like how it looks and with the general theme and atmosphere. Also, you can fast travel. On the PS5 version, it is insanely fast how quickly you can get somewhere, compared to the PS4 version, where you could have like a 30-second load screen to take you over to a town 20 meters away. But thank you all so much for watching. If this is something that has intrigued your interest, if it seems like something that is engaging and you want to see more, well then there's going to be a lot more. This game is very long, and I intend to show off as much of it as I can. So meet me here next time, and we're gonna maybe go take a look at that glowing tree over there. I'm really excited about that. Take care, and I'll see you next time.